following is an exclusive presentation of Top Rank. For more than 60 years, Top Rank has been boxing's preeminent promotional company.
Takes another right. Earns in deep trouble again. He's down, and he's not going to beat the count. What a shot.
For the first time since 2017, Top Rank Boxing returns to the island of Puerto Rico for a huge junior middleweight unification fight. Puerto Rico's own and junior middleweight champion Xander Zayas turns home for his first title defense as he looks to become a unified champion. Junior middleweight champion Abass Baraou has other plans and wants to spoil the homecoming party. This is World Championship Boxing presented by Top Rank.
This is boxing! This is Top Rank!
Welcome to beautiful Puerto Rico. This is the official kickoff press conference, Top Rank Boxing. Xander Zayas versus Abass Baraou. It's a unification in the junior middleweight division. Brought to you by Miller Lite. Cheers to another round of Miller Time. And presented by the refreshing taste of Twisted Tea. Hard iced tea, keep it twisted. And by the Coliseo de Puerto Rico. We take a look at some of the beautiful sights and sounds of our host, Puerto Rico, hosting this press conference and the fight on January 31st. And there is the man of the hour, Xander Zayas, making his homecoming fight here at the Coliseo de Puerto Rico. We welcome you inside. Thank you so much for joining us. I am your host, Karan Bhatia, and we are excited to kick this thing off. It's going down January 31st, and this is a massive fight for the 154-pound division. Xander Zayas became the youngest active champion in boxing at just 22 years old when he captured his belt. Now, he has a chance to unify at 23 years old, but standing in his way is tough Abass Baraou, a champion in his own right, absolutely no slouch, and they have a big history, sparring 80 rounds together, so I'm excited to talk with the fighters. So let's get things started here in Puerto Rico. Tickets for Abass Baraou on sale Friday, November 14th at 10 a.m. local time. Don't miss your chance to be part of the action at the Coliseo de Puerto Rico. And before we get started, on behalf of Mr. Bob Aram and Top Rank, we would like to thank the beautiful city of San Juan and the island of Puerto Rico for hosting this unification showdown along with the Coliseo de Puerto Rico. Additionally, I'd like to thank our event partners at Move Concerts and Icon Plus Boxing Promotions, all of whom came together to make this event happen. I am joined on stage by Juan Mitza Lopez. We're going to chat with you, Juan Mitza. Hang tight for just a moment. Before we do, we want to get our main event fighters out to the stage. So, introducing first, he is the WBA junior middleweight champion of the world, proudly representing Germany. Please welcome Abass Baraou. And his opponent, proudly representing Puerto Rico. He is the WBO junior middleweight champion of the world and boxing's youngest active world champion. We know we're here for his homecoming fight. Let's welcome Xander Zayas.
Now we out in Perry, yeah, I'm Perrier. White girls politicking, that's that Sarah Palin. Getting hot, California.
Our fighters are ready. We're also going to bring out the trainers for each fighter. So training Abass Baraou, Jorge Rubio making his way to the stage. And for Xander Zayas, Javier Centineo. So we have our panel here ready to go. I want you guys to hang tight real quick. Let's start off with the young phenom, Juanmita Lopez. He's on this card. We've seen you lighting up the world of boxing. Undefeated, 4-0. You do have a flair for the dramatic. I've seen some quick knockouts there for you. So you were born and raised in Caguas, Puerto Rico, and you're representing, of course. Now this fight, January 31st, is going to be back here in the Coliseo de Puerto Rico. You're fighting at home. It's a major card. Of course, up top is Xander Zayas versus Abass Baraou. But let me ask you this, Juanmita, what does it mean to be fighting on this stage?
It's something that I always dream, you know. I always want to be in the Coliseo of Puerto Rico, so it's the opportunity to bring the people that, you know, they can enjoy this type of fight like Cotto, like Tito Trinidad, so it's going to be a great night for Puerto Rico.
It certainly will be. It's a great night for boxing because it's up top is a title unification. That's what we want to see, the best fighting the best. And we want to see young top prospects like yourself making their name. So you're only 19 years old. Okay, this man to my right won the title at 22 years old. He's 23 now, right? So let me ask you this. You saw him win at 22. Does that motivate you? You got a couple years to get a world title if you want to catch him.
Yeah, you know, we want to do the same thing, you know, be a young world champion and make the people of Puerto Rico proud, you know, that's the goal.
And that's the goal. And before I let you go, I want to ask you about your father, Juanma Lopez, right? He was a legend from Puerto Rico. He was also known with a flair for the dramatic, right? We saw many a knockout. And I think one thing he showed was tremendous heart, come forward ability, right? So let me ask you this. Do you look to emulate that in your approach? And what are you taking from that?
Yeah, of course, you know, he's my, you know, my favorite fighter, so I want to be like him in the future, you know, be a solid champion, and that's the goal, you know, be like him and make my last name proud, you know.
And finally, your final word to the fans of Puerto Rico, fans around the world who are going to get another chance to see you in action.
Yeah, I will talk in Spanish for my people. Para toda mi gente, le volvemos a traer una gran cartelera, ¿verdad? Para el Coliseo de Puerto Rico. Vamos a darle mucha alegría, vamos a ver a nuestro Xander Zayas convertirse en campeón unificado y hacer historia.
Thank you so much. And for anyone watching on this card on January 31st, you're going to want to tune in quick because Juanmita's fights, you know, sometimes they can go quickly. They can be quick knockouts. So you want to get in there, make sure you catch it. So let's turn our attention now to the main event. Like we said, this is a massive fight, a unification bout in the junior middleweight division. We're all excited about it. So let me start with the trainer for Xander Zayas, and that is Javier Centineo. So, Javier, we know that at a certain point in your career, you took a break from training. And it was really, you know, this link up with Xander Zayas that reignited this passion. So tell me about, what was it about working with this young man that reignited your passion in boxing?
Yeah, it's just a kid that brought, you know, a lot of energy. The first day he walked into the gym was, you know, he lit that spark again. I was like, oh, this kid is, you know, he's something special. And we've been together ever since, actually. So, you know, he's one that comes in, asks no questions, does what you ask of him, and is always prepared to just learn. He's very coachable, and that's what you want. That's the first thing you want as a coach. You know, somebody that's willing to learn and take in what you impart.
And when Xander Zayas won that world title in July, right? That was a lifelong dream for him. Just 22 years old, he achieved it. He started boxing at age 5. What was it like from your perspective to see him lift up that title?
Well, just like anything, I mean, it's one of those moments where, you know, you kind of imagine, but, you know, until it actually happens, you know, he's always been special to me, right? So he's like another son. So when he won that title, it's just, you know, it was amazing. I mean, it was one of those moments that, you know, will live forever in my heart. And, you know, I just can't imagine not having him around and winning that title with him.
It was a great moment for Xander, and we're going to speak to Xander about it. We're going to speak to Abass Baraou in his last fight. He also won a title in very dramatic fashion. Let's start with you, Xander Zayas. We're here in Puerto Rico. So I know that you've said you're bringing boxing back to the pride of the island where it belongs. You're boxing's youngest active world champion. Before we get into your fight, I wanted to ask you about, we have the Boys and Girls Club here, right? Las Margaritas, Boys and Girls Club. You were a member of this same Boys and Girls Club. So what does it mean to have the next generation here and to inspire them?
No, para mí es un honor poder representar de donde vengo. Vengo de, como tú muy bien dijiste, las Margaritas, y poder poner el nombre de Puerto Rico en lo más alto del planeta, para mí significa mucho, y y sé que para ellos también, si lo pueden soñar, lo pueden hacer, no es nada imposible. Venimos del mismo lugar y queremos llevarle un mensaje bonito al mundo, así que para mí es un honor representar a Puerto Rico y estar aquí hoy. It's an honor for me. It's an honor for me to represent where I'm from, to represent my people, to represent Puerto Rico, and to put the pride of the island where it belongs at the top. And if you could dream it, you could do it. That's my message to them. We come from the same place, and there's nothing we cannot do if we put in the work and we put the dedication in.
Speaking of the next generation, right? Like we said, you were them once. You were 5 years old when you started boxing. You were just dreaming about being world champion. At 22 years old, you achieved that dream. So when you lifted up that belt in Madison Square Garden in New York in July, what did it mean for you to be the world champion?
Man, it meant the world. Obviously, we knew it was coming at some point in my career. We worked for this. We focused all our energy into this, and we were ready to become world champions when it happened. So for me, I was just proud to represent Puerto Rico and represent my family, and put my people at the top.
You see these highlights right now. What's going through your mind right now? I can see you reminiscing a little bit here.
Man, my favorite night thus far, obviously, January 31st will be the biggest night of my life. But that night was really special. You only become a world champion for the first time once, and that was my moment.
And speaking of only doing something once, I was surprised to look up that you've only fought in Puerto Rico once before. So now you're bringing the title back home. How important was it for you to defend your title here at home in Puerto Rico?
It was very important. It was very important to bring a great fight to Puerto Rico. And I want to thank, obviously, Move Concert, Rimas Sports, Icon Plus, Top Rank, my team. I want to thank Abass Baraou for making this fight happen. It was a combination of everybody. So I'm excited. I'm excited for this. It was very important to bring this fight, an important and big, huge fight for boxing fans and for Puerto Rico. And what better way than do it with a unification fight?
What better way? And it is a unification fight, so two champions here. So let's turn to the side of Abass Baraou and his trainer, Jorge Rubio. So, Jorge, you've trained many fighters, many champions. What is special about this fighter in front of you, Abass Baraou?
Special is too special for me for all my team. Sorry. He's very special for me, for all my team. He's one guy that he came from Germany started to train with me. I don't know him, he don't know me, and he confessed in me that when he started, he told to me, I want to be world champion. I am coming here for you, prove me, and you gave me the opportunity to work with you hard and to be world champion, because that's in my dream. I go to work very hard. I go to be focused, and I know that you are one special coach. You have a lot of experience, amateur profession, and I am here. I want they will give me the opportunity that my dream be reality.
And speaking of becoming world champion and that belt, I want to talk to you, Abass, about your last fight, because this was an incredible performance against Yoenis Tellez. And in the 12th round, when you needed to dig deep, you were able to get a knockdown and secure the victory and secure the title belt. What did you find in that 12th round, and what does that say about your resilience and your ability to never give up and move forward?
That was a special fight for me. I knew I was going in enemy territorium. And, I'm a man on a mission, and I just had to empty the tank, and I find a little bit more strength to put him down as well. Where that came from, don't ask me, I don't know. But I'm determined when I'm on the mission, and I'm willing to do any job.
And speaking of being on a mission and doing any job, you're doing a tough job now on January 31st because, of course, you are defending your title as well in this unification fight. But you're coming into enemy territory, right? Back here in Puerto Rico, January 31st. So why did you decide to come into enemy territory? This is not going to be an easy assignment.
I'm the man for the job. It's not the first time I'm doing this, and I'm on a mission, and I'm willing to go anywhere to accomplish my dream, my goals. And coming to Puerto Rico, facing Xander, it's was an easy decision for me to make. It's a hard fight, great challenge as well. That's what I'm looking for. And we're sitting here, both of us, writing history. I mean, how can you say no to that?
The winner of this fight will hold 2 championship belts in the 154-pound division. Certainly very historic. Abass, you sparred 80 rounds with Xander Zayas. So there's a history there. So what did you learn from sparring, and how are you going to take that into the ring on January 31st?
I mean, sparring is different than a fight. It might help, it might not. We will find out on fight night. But Xander is a great talent. Respect for him also taking this fight. It's a risky fight for both of us, of course. He and his people are great people. Nothing bad I can say about them. You know, we exchange words. We say we will meet at the top, and I think we didn't know it will come so fast. But we're here to write history, and it's amazing training together and standing here together as well.
And well, let's ask Xander Zayas, same question to you. You sparred 80 rounds with this man to my left. Not only that, you were in attendance for his fight versus Yoenis Tellez when he got the title. So what's your thoughts about Abass Baraou and being in attendance for that?
Just like he said, sparring is sparring, and you cannot mix that up with a fight. A fight is completely different. It's completely different things at stake for both of us. But I have respect for Abass and his team. They always been great people to us, always willing to help us every time we needed help. We were able to help them every time they needed a hand. So I feel like it's a very exciting fight for both of us, a lot on the line for both of us. Our first title defense to be for a unified champion, I feel like it's very special. Like he said, we're writing history. And yeah, before my fight, he actually texted me. Obviously, he was in camp. He was wishing me good luck and stuff. And he's a great gentleman outside the ring and inside the ring. So a lot of respect for him. I was able to be there in attendance and see him be crowned a world champion. I never doubted it. I knew he was going to make it happen. So here we are today, sitting down, ready to fight each other and see who becomes unified.
You're ready to fight each other, and you're both daring to be great, right? And there have been so many fighters from Puerto Rico that have dared to be great and have achieved being great. And right, of course, we know the names of Cotto, Trinidad, and on and on. I'm curious to your thoughts about joining, those legends. If you win this fight, you'll be a unified champion, so you'll be well on your way. What is your thoughts about those legends that came before you from Puerto Rico?
Those legends wrote history for Puerto Rico. They are legends in the sport and in the island. And for me to represent Puerto Rico at the highest level and bring glory to my people means the world to me. That's what I do it for. I do it for my people, my family, my team. And I'm just really, really excited and happy to be here January 31st.
And when you see this footage here of these legends in action, I mean, what goes through your mind?
Man, just keep writing history for the island. Keep writing history for the island. Keep bringing glory to my people, and no better way than doing it in Puerto Rico and becoming unified world champion at 23 years old.
And speaking of writing history for the island, there's one other person. I know you're a superstar here, of course, but there's another person who is a massive superstar who you've become friendly with, and he's a film producer. He owns a restaurant. He's going to be playing the Super Bowl, and that is Bad Bunny. And at Bad Bunny's show, he brought you out. You've also worked together on a film. So tell me about your relationship with the superstar Bad Bunny.
I have a great relationship with a lot of artists in the island. Obviously, Bad Bunny being the #1 artist in the world means the world to me that he wanted to bring me out and he wanted me to have or to be part of his concert and the residency he had here in Puerto Rico. And I'm just excited. I'm excited to keep writing history. I'm excited to keep bringing glory and to become unified world champion.
Well, you'll have that opportunity January 31st. Let's talk about this fight on January 31st. From a technical sense, Abass, what does Xander do well? What do you do better? And how does this fight play out on January 31st?
I do a lot of things great. Xander is an excellent talent. What you want to know? You want to know my game plan?
As much as you're willing to share.
You can expect a great fight, two different styles. I mean, this is a fight for boxing fans. I get chills thinking about a fight like that. I'm looking for a great fight, and yeah, everybody will love the fight. I think there will be two winners for the fans.
But this is what we want to see, right? The best fighting the best. This is what boxing fans want. And you can't get any better than two champions in their prime facing off. So he gave us a little bit of the game plan there. So let me turn to you now, Xander. We know in your last fight, when you won the world title, you had to go back to boxing, right? You spoke about that, your roots. So what is the game plan going into January 31st? Are we going to see you box? Are we going to see you brawl? We've seen you do both. We've seen you box beautifully. We've also seen you knock out opponents. So what's the plan?
We know how to make adjustments. We know how to adjust. We know what Abass is good at. So we got to obviously be mindful of that. He's a great athlete. He's coming to fight. Obviously, it's his first opportunity to defend his title and to win another title the same way that it is to me. So it's very, very important for both of us to be sharp that night. So at the end, it's going to be a great show for the Puerto Rican fans and all the fans around the world. It's a fight that everybody wants to see because not everybody's willing to fight the best, and we're willing to do it. And doing it in our first title defense, I feel like it means the world to both of us. So it's going to be a great show. It's going to be a great show. January 31st, make sure you tune in. You buy your tickets. I think tickets come out on Friday. Yep. So make sure you get yours, and I'll see you here in the island.
Tickets are on sale on Friday. We were speaking of this fight for boxing fans globally. And Abass, of course, you're representing Germany. And we know you're coming into enemy territory here. Is there any extra motivation for you to play spoiler here in Puerto Rico, Xander's home? You're coming in, playing spoiler in that way. Does that give you any extra motivation?
Definitely, man. I'm looking for great challenges. Going into my last fight, I haven't think past it. I just wanted to beat the guy, and then after the fight, Xander came in, and then it came to my mind, it's a great challenge. Then I got told I have to go to Puerto Rico, and that was an extra motivation, and also writing history for Germany. Man, everywhere I look, I get motivated, I hope I come here, I see the arena. It's going to be full of Puerto Ricans. I'm fully prepared of that, and yeah, I can't wait to fight night. It's like music in my ears.
Xander, we see the WBO belt there on your lap. And what is that, to hold that, to physically hold that in your hands? Because we talked about your dreams at just 5 years old, and to actually now tangibly have that. I mean, does it feel like what you imagined, what you dreamed?
Man, this is my baby. This is my baby. I sleep with it every time I can. After the fight, I slept with it for like a week. It's everything that I dreamed for, everything that I worked for, everything that we dedicated my life for. And we're here now. We're here to put on a show for Puerto Rico and on the island. And no better way than doing it, again, just unifying and rewriting history one more time.
We see you getting the belt there, the great Miguel Cotto and others there. What was that moment like? Man,
Miguel Cotto means a lot to me, obviously. My favorite fighter, somebody that leads by example in and outside the ring. And it was just extremely beautiful to receive my first title belt from him.
You're going to sleep with that tonight and every day until the fight?
I'm sleeping with it, and then on January 3rd or February 1st, because the fight might end up already on February 1st, I'm going to sleep with both.
Well, there you go. Okay, so that's his prediction. Your belt right there in front of you. I mean, what's your relationship like with this belt? I mean, I'm sure it was very, a lifelong dream for you to capture that, and you had to really dig deep, like we spoke about. But holding that belt in your hands, what does that mean?
I don't sleep with it, but the road, the challenge I have to take, that's what made me, and the belts are just like, solidified it in the book, but the history is what made me, and on January 31st, I will write history. I will prove that I'm made of hard work, and I have great experience, and I'm looking forward to go back to Germany with that belt and a few new Puerto Rican fans.
Wow, okay. You want to take some of the Puerto Rican fans on January 31st. So I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit, Mr. Baraou here. Your official prediction, how this fight will play out January 31st. We saw you dig deep in your last fight and score a knockdown in the final round in the closing seconds. Is it going to be a knockout? Is it going to be decision? How does it play out January 31st?
I just told you I'm going to leave with a belt back to Germany and a few new Puerto Rican fans. It can be by knockout, it can be by decision, but there will be nothing I will left like untouched in the ring to take the belt with me.
He's willing to dig deep. We know you are willing to dig deep. You're going to have the hometown advantage here with your fans and your supporters. Your final prediction for this fight, January 31st, how does it play out?
Man, I'm ready to go 12 rounds if I need to. If the opportunity presents itself, I'm ready to take him out and collect both belts, leave or stay home with both belts. Puerto Rico needs it. I want it, and I'm hungry for it.
And finally, to close it out, Abass Baraou, your final message to your fans and supporters.
Make sure you get your popcorns ready and tune in on 31st of January.
And finally, Xander Zayas, we know you started training at age 5. You captured that belt. You were signed as the youngest fighter signed to Top Rank, just 16 years old. At age 22, you captured the title. Now you have a chance to unify at age 23. Your final message to your fans and supporters.
I don't like popcorn, so make sure you get your nachos ready and buy your tickets. To all the Puerto Rican fans, they come out on Friday, and I will put on a show January 31st.
Xander Zayas versus Abass Baraou. It's going down for the junior middleweight championship of the world. 2 big title belts on the line on Top Rank Boxing. We are going to face off the fighters, and we're going to have a chance to preview this big matchup. 2 champions in their own right going at it January 31st on Top Rank Boxing. Tickets for Zayas versus Baraou go on sale Friday, November 14th at 10 a.m. local time. Don't miss your chance to be part of the action at the Coliseo de Puerto Rico. Before we leave, let's take a look at a creative concept by Xander Zayas, directed by Yomar Davila, and produced by Sigfredo Bellaflores with A1 Productions.
Yo nunca he entendido eso de ser una estrella. Para mí, la única estrella de mi país está en la bandera. Yo me considero más un obrero. Alguien que se levanta todos los días con la misma mentalidad. A trabajar.
Viene, vamos por encima.
Porque en este deporte no hay atajos. No hay logros sin esfuerzos. Puerto Rico siempre ha sido tierra de campeones. Ninguno igual que el otro. Yo soy uno más que representa con orgullo lo que significa ser de aquí. Y yo no sé si voy a ser el más bravo, el más eléctrico, el más técnico o el más querido por su país. Pero lo que sí sé es que soy de Puerto Rico.
Another first round knockout for Xander Zayas here. Skill. Oh, and that proves it.
Y son pocos los campeones en el mundo que unen a un pueblo como los campeones de mi isla. El 31 de enero peleo en mi casa, contigo en mi esquina. Unificaré 2 títulos y haremos historia juntos, unidos, como mejor lo hacemos.